Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some headset repair and giving the kitties cookies. So turn on Cotty Cam. There she is. I'll give her some cookies. She's going to get in my way. She always gets in the way. Okay. A little foggy in here, I think. Alright, so this is the Lightspeed Zulu. The cable on it just dry rotted in storage. It's just horrible materials. You can see it just cracks. They don't take much, but I've figured out the series of connectors. I will post that on the blog. In the description is the link. Here is the braided cables that will be replacing it. That one is the down cable right here, which we're going to have to open up the ear cup to replace that. And I need to open this up anyways because I got to take pictures of the board. There's just a couple screws underneath the foam here. I need to take pictures of that board for the blog and see if there's any logic on it that's easily readable. I don't think there is. I think all the logic was on the boards here. That's right, I got to get some tape over that. Let me grab some of that. It should be in that drawer. Put it in the wrong drawer. Scissors. We'll do that when we get to there. But I think all the logic is on this little module right there. Plug in the description. You'll see the pictures of it. So let's open this package up right here. This was from AliExpress. These were the cables. Cables came up to just under $50. Or just over $50. So I just want to make sure I don't, when you're cutting these things up, and they don't put packing in them. So be careful when you're cutting them open. Cotty eats cookies. It's in the way. We had Norman in here, and we have Shadow in here. Shadow, she don't like to be on camera. Cotty, she's just a camera hog. And I think Cotty moved her camera. There we go. Okay. Hey, let's open this up. So these should be the aviation connectors. The double cable here should be a replacement for that cable. Hey, they don't put no padding whatsoever. They just throw it in a little bubble bag. That's all you get. Well, these feel like silicon. They don't feel like rubber, so. I take pictures because I got to finish the blog post, so bear with me, people. It's going to be a while. These blog posts take a lot of time. But let's compare the strain reliefs. I think the strain reliefs are the proper size. Connector. I think the original connectors here have gold pins or brass pins. These ones have 10. So I will take pictures of those. Give it a white background. I don't think you guys want the music. Get the camera. These are always a pain in the rear to get the pictures of. They just don't want to stay where you put them. Have to. Last time I just used the dial caliber to hold them down. I cropped the photo. I'm just gonna have to do that. Well, one at a time. That ain't gonna work out right. Trying to get them side by side, but that ain't gonna work. Good enough. Wonder if the links are the same. Let's get a picture of that. This is why blog posts take forever. Just trying, you gotta take a bunch of pictures. Okay. Let's check the length. How is the length? Length looks like they're pretty good. You guys can see that. But yeah, these are trash. Yeah, these feel like they're silicon, so they might last a little longer than the last ones. They might last a little longer than these. But that's just horrible. I mean, that's just crap materials there. For a $1,000 headset at the time, these shouldn't crack like that. Okay. Now we have a headband, or head pad, ear seals, and the mic muffs were over here. Consumables we don't need right now. You guys go ahead and chat. Be more than happy to answer any questions. I will put my little thing here, so if somebody does all messages. Yeah, let's get a screwdriver and take that head set apart. So the electronics are in the microphone side. I don't think there's anything on that side except for just the speaker. I'll throw those over there. Magnetized. One screw. Yeah, those are steel. Yeah, I don't know why Lightspeed will not sell a set of cables. But I did look up their patents, and so they do have some schematics and stuff in their patents, but generally they're not legible and they're just proof of concept. So, and this down cable's not that bad a shape. This one, I think it's only got one or two little tiny cracks starting, but it'll eventually get very bad. Okay. So, okay, it comes off. The driver comes off the ear cup this way. Okay. So we want on the down cable, I think we're gonna go with that one right there. We want the long end that way. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Let's unplug this. It looks like we're getting a little cracking on the mic cable here. Hope that don't fall apart. Okay, that would be okay, so we want this end on that end. So you see they're different. You want the thinner one, and it's going to go in like that. Okay, so let's take this board out. See, we've got an electrolytic there. Let's get a picture of that. Remove that. Put this in. We'll just go like that. Just in case anybody has a question on that. We'll get a picture of that board. Got to get the camera just at the right angle. Get pictures of all the chips. But I think putting an electrolytic in here is a bad idea. At least it's 105C. Wonder what brand it is. PET series. Get another picture closer. Different angle. Never get too many pictures when you're doing a blog, then you got to sort through them all. Get the best angle. You have 1, 2, 3 screws. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. Disconnect the microphone here. And I'm going to take a picture of that. It's a Rubicon, so it's pretty good quality part there. That's a bonus for them. Okay, so I say this is the cable that goes to the other side. Let's connect that. Disconnect that. Now the board is free. Since we don't got Cotty here, we don't need the Cotty cam. Cotty's MIA. Here's the board. I don't see any logic on this board at all. So I'm going to go over to where I have some brighter light and take a couple good photos. And that's a 6.3 2200 microfarad. I don't see any logic, no microcontrollers. So this thing is a dumb A&R headset. All right, that's, I think, good enough on the photos. Let's start reassembling this thing. Let's get a picture of the board out of it. Always turn backwards just a little bit because it's plastic into plastic, so, or threads into plastic. You'll feel it bite, and then you should be able to just go in really easy. If you have any force, you'll end up cracking the base, and you'll end up with the loose screw. And so we will put this away. Should I put this in a bag and check it in a year? What's up, Bernie? Nope, no flying lately. I'm working on my headset right here, man. I don't think I'm going to go through the hassle of putting in the new shell yet. I don't know. I think that might be like a spade connector, like a or splice. I can try it. I think I'll just use the sticky one or the cleaned up sticky one for now, just to verify it's going to all work. Okay. I'm not going to take apart the other side yet. Yeah, it fits nice and easy. Yeah, these are a Molex connector. Like I said, I will link the series down in the description. Yeah. And get these back in here. Yeah, it looks like it fits. That's a new down cable. Thank you, Bernie. That was just a small little part of that. I did what I could do. It'd be nice to have a service manual for these to see what those pots are for. Yeah, I might need a little bit of glue in there, but it'll be okay. Yeah, I don't think YouTube's notifying my people. It says I got 5. So, Bernie, be sure to hit the like button. It helps. It lets YouTube know that they need to distribute my stuff more. Yeah, the video will get some watching. So everything should go together easily. There shouldn't be no force. I mean, these are sticky right here. But I don't think you can replace these without the speaker. I'm curious, what's on the other side of this thing? What's on this side? Is there any logic over here? Maybe there's a microcontroller or something. I don't know. I didn't see no microcontroller on that board right there. Replacing the cables on these is not that difficult. Oh, we have another board on that side too. So let's check this board out, see if there's any logic on this side. Glad I took this apart. Okay. Put that back on, take a picture. Might have to take the 33.3G apart again. I think this board looks the same. I think this is just dumb A&R. Nothing smart here at all. Watch I eat my words here. Flip this over and there's a microcontroller. Nope, looks like it's the same. Fingerprint on there. But yeah, electrolytics, I'm not a fan of that in a headset, especially something that can get, put up on a dash or something and the sun can beat on it. Or you leave it in your seat. Okay. I think this one is these are the same. One's right, one's left, so. Yeah, because electrolytics will end up leaking, so I could see that electrolytic being a mess in a couple of years. So 6.3 2200, that shouldn't leak. Date code on this 46th week of 09. Oh, glad I decided to pop that open. Yeah, see, when you look at the patent and you see schematics, no, these are not worth $1,000. I would definitely not pay $1,000 for another one of these headsets. This just does not want to cooperate. Yeah, I think their drivers are proprietary. Yeah, I think these are dumb ANR. The new ones might have some sort of logic in them, but we'll find out. Like I said, if you want to make your own cable, if you're good at crimping these little connectors, which they make nice tools to do it, you can make your own cables. I'll end up making me a board. And I'll put it on my cable tester and get a complete pinout. Since they probably will not release the pinout to the cables, so. But this is proof that a Zulu 3 cable will fit a Zulu 1. Now, I think the only difference between the Zulu 1 and the Zulu 2 are the Wi-Fi module. It's got a little more features in it. I do plan on backing up this module here. Just not right now. I gotta have a lot more time, so. No, I would suck at doing reviews, Bernie. I'm just too critical. Okay, make sure these are all tight. Yeah, might need a little bit of contact cement down there. Okay, the down cable has been replaced, and I got my pictures for the blog. So we took both ear cups apart. I need to get here and get the stickiness off off these. He provided me with replacement pieces here, but I've pretty much cleaned these all off already. Slightly a little bit sticky, but we'll get it figured out. Let's start on the bottom here. Do I want to replace this entire case right now? No, I don't. I can replace just the top. I'll just I'll just keep with the old for now. Yeah, let's get some Capcom. Polyamide. Yeah, this needed a new piece. Right there. Needed a new piece on that corner. Should I replace this vinyl tape with Capcom? I think I will. With that glue. Let's see this. I'm gonna be too wide. When I'm not live. I will put polyamide over the top of that. There we go. High temp tape. Because you really don't want that glue leaking everywhere on your circuit. The polyamide won't do that. I gotta remember how to put this thing back together. But this one I'm gonna have to, because I don't have the end system pinout for their board, I'm going to have to go off the board they have soldered to another board here and go off those pins to be able to back up that firmware. Or I'm just gonna have to pull the chip off and back it up that way. Lat flex. Okay. We have the sandwich. So this, we're gonna have power, down cable, panel cable. Let's see. For now we need the buttons. Buttons and screws. Okay, if I remember right. I always do things twice, it seems like. Okay, these got little tabs. You see the little tabs in there? You don't want to see, the manufacturers should be writing at least having a manual. They should have an assembly manual for the little Chinese people that are assembling these, but they won't release it. So that way, some people could get confused on this when you put the buttons in. You got little tabs. Okay, then you got the little LEDs. Little light pipes here. You got the little front row center, which is just like a bass boost type thing. The joke. I need my tweezers. Well, Bernie, I appreciate you chit-chatting. I gotta remember how this thing all goes back together. I'll get it figured out. Hope everybody can see. Looks a little dark on my screen. If I get it any brighter, my hands streak. Okay, and I think these gotta remember which way these went on. Little sliders. Power button. These are gonna have to go in first. I'm gonna put these in first and slide them to the bottom. So all the buttons will be in. Have those slid to the bottom. Gotta get the light pipes on. Oop, we got Cotty back. Nope. Cotty. Oh. And the other LED was two LEDs. Other LED, I think, is in the center right here. Right there. So don't forget your light pipes. Yeah, Cotty's like, she wants attention. She wants cookies. We gotta give Cotty cookies. Bernie's chatting. Okay, so you get some for Bernie. You want some? Shadow? It is warm in here. I'm sweating. Okay. So, best to experiment on this one. So both light pipes are in. We've got polyamide insulator instead of that. Both buttons are downward. You won't have to do this if you're just replacing the cables. I did this to do a teardown. Okay, we have 3 screws. Was there a screw? Yes. Okay. So there's, in here you can have a screw here, and a screw there. So maybe I should have put the first board in first. That would have held all the little buttons. Yep, gonna have to do that first. Screws just don't want to be held with a screwdriver. Hard to do this around the camera. I have the camera right here, so. I had a small magnet that I'd put on my screwdriver. Is that it? Yep, right there. There. Small magnet on that. Just don't want to hold these screws. Nope. Yeah, so you got 1 screw here, 1 screw here, 1 down there. But you shouldn't be taking it down that far unless you're wanting to clean up all your stickiness on it. That's the only real way to clean up this plastic, is to take it apart and use a magic eraser. One of those Mr. Clean magic erasers. It just takes it right off. But it also takes off all the markings too, so. Okay. Here we get the buttons. I think everything's in there right. That front row center's not right. No, I'm gonna just have to get rid of that board for now. And that magnet's not working, so. Lost that screw, didn't I? I think I did. Yes. Fell under the. Light pipe fell off. There's usually a procedure to put these little things back together, and you know the procedure, they go together pretty quick, but I'll know the procedure after this. If Cotty stays out of my way. Yeah, no jump cuts here. This is all live. Trying to work around this camera's pain in the butt. Okay. We have all the buttons and the light pipes are in. Cotty is, you're gonna get it. Here, I won't let you out. Come on. Here. No? Okay. We got rid of Cotty. Now everybody's gonna leave, right? It is like 81 degrees Fahrenheit in here and the AC is on. So I don't know, should we call up Lightspeed? I don't think we should. I sent them my formal request. Oop. Flat flex didn't go in all the way. It's going to be a pain in the rear, isn't it? Okay, flat flex is on. I hope. Hold that board and see if it pops out or not. Now we're in. I don't want to forget the sliders. I think we're in. And I think these 4 are the last screws, and those are 2 in the inside, 2 there. And this is broke. So I'll definitely be replacing that. But I don't want to deal with pulling the metalwork out right now. Okay. So pins on the upside. So these are Zulu 3 cables on a Zulu 1. Don't let them tell you, don't let Lightspeed tell you it can't be done, that they won't work. It will. I mean, cables are only 50 bucks. It beats, you know, what they're going to want to charge you for a headset. Yeah, I don't know how you'd get that out. I think that has to be maybe a solder connection here. Or okay, well, there we go. Let's throw a screw in there and toss some batteries in. I think these are Torx. Yeah, those are Torx. There we go. Yeah. This piece of crap snap on, but looks like maybe a T9. on. Okay. We got all the volume controls. Yeah, I'll replace this shell once I verify it's all going to work. But that's it. I'm just going to throw 2 screws on there for now. Let's throw some batteries in here. Okay, we're not powering up. Did I do something wrong? Or the battery's just crap? I probably did something wrong. Or something else is broke on it. Try a different set of batteries. Kind of. It must work. Oh, the light don't stay on, but it's blinking green. Okay, and I can hear the A&R kick on. Gotta remember how to pair this with the phone. All right. I don't remember if that's supposed to stay green or blink. My batteries might all be dead, so. Let me see if I can figure out how to. Gotta remember how to pair this. Couldn't connect. You have to reset it. I don't remember how to pair this thing. It's been a while. Getting device name. Zulu V110. Pairing not accepted. I know these are a little finicky to get paired initially. Fine. I have to pull the manual and remember how to pair this thing. Yeah, I know this is a pain in the butt to pair if I remember. I don't want to pair that. I don't remember how to pair that. Remember that lower button was a reset. It's showing up, but it's not allowing me to pair. I'm gonna have to pull the manual. I don't remember how to pair the Zulu. Let's see if we can find the pairing. Okay, so the Bluetooth needs to be off. Okay, let's restart this. Okay, now we're in pairing mode. Blue and red. And we're paired. Connected for calls and audio. Been a while since I had to pair one of these, so. All right, let's put it on, make a phone call. Let's try some audio first. I know you won't be able to hear this, but I will. Little Beastie Boys. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, we've got audio. Pretty loud audio. Yeah, these speakers put out some sound. Oh. Okay, let's try to make a phone call. Who can I call? I will try calling Bernie. If his phone number is still active. See if the microphone and stuff works.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Well, that didn't work. Okay, call the kid. This sounds weird. I think my batteries are low. Man, I can't get a hold of nobody today. Let's see if this works. Call the wife. Can you hear me? You can? Okay. Just want to double... Oh, what? Did it... Not yet. I'll be in a bit. Okay. Okay, well, I would say those work. I'll put them back together and we'll have to test it in an airplane with these. But I'll put all the consumables on. And I think the AC in the house went out. So I will catch y'all later.